Okay, hey, hi everyone. It's Monday night, and the Tilt Gang is back with you again. Probably the favorite night of the week to me. I just love getting together with all of you and the rest of the gang on the panel, Erica, Zen, and Shirley May. We're missing a couple tonight, and it's due to illness. So, hope everybody out there is feeling okay. But as usual, we are going to try and bring you the best hour of your week. We hope to bring you inspiration, motivation, and tons of value so that you have what you require to get you through the week that's coming up. And our tilt hours, this is what we think that we bring to you. We bring you value every week. So if you're new here, for heaven's sakes, introduce yourself in the chat roll. We would love to say hi to you. And the rest of you regulars, please reach out and say hi to them too. And again, thank you to all the regulars that come every week for us. That's amazing. And tonight we're going to change it up a bit. We're going to do some training, and by yours truly. I'm going to do a training tonight, and I'm going to do it on something that I feel, this is just so super important. It's on how to find your target audience and have guaranteed success. That is so huge. And when you get into business, isn't that the one thing? It doesn't matter what business you're in. It is the one thing that you need to do in order to get an income. Because you're running a business, you're going after your target audience, and you give them something, and in return they give you an income back. So you have to find that target audience. You've got to be dead right center on it. So people are saying, well, how do I do that? How do I find that? Well, tonight I'm going to take you through a training that I know at the end of it, if you implement what I teach you what to do tonight, there's no doubt in my mind that you are going to have found your target audience, and you're going to know what to do with it. So stay tuned, because we're going to get into it right now. And in order to do that, I am going to have to share my screen. So just hang on while I do this, and boy, I hope this goes okay, because never had to do this before. So here we go. All right, now just a second here. Can everybody see my screen? Somebody, just a minute here. I'll get into my Shirley or somebody.
Yeah, we can see your screen, Nettie.
You can see it. It's taking up just the top part is my tabs.
Yeah, we just see your tabs and
okay. That's great, because I want to make sure that you can all see this really well. So I switched it over to this screen, and that might be the last time that you see my face for a little while. So who's ready to get into this stuff? Okay, this is the way the format is going to work. I'm going to be going through some slides and screen sharing, and if you have a question, make sure that you post it in the chat roll, and I will be sure to get to it when we get done the slideshow. So the first slide that you're seeing, and just a minute, I'm just going to adjust this because already I can see where I'm having a bit of a problem on sharing this. So just a second. Okay, got it. I can now share a screen or share slides. Okay, so this tonight is going to be about audience awareness and developing for marketing. In other words, we're going to go way deeper than just service level thinking. For a lot of people, this is where they're missing out, because they only utilize surface level thinking, and they're not going deeper and deeper and deeper and finding out who their target audience is and what to do with them when they have them, and to find out what it is exactly that the target audience wants. Okay, now I'm having trouble here, guys, so just hang tight. I'm trying to switch my slides. And all right. There we go. Okay, so who is your target audience? If you don't know who you are marketing to, you are marketing to no one. In your business and whatever you're marketing, I'm pretty sure most of the people on here tonight are probably in the same business as we are. And if there is anyone on here who is marketing a traditional business or they're marketing another network marketing company, if you have not sat down and done the exercises that we are about to go through, you're going to find that your business is going to be revolutionized tonight. Your entire world is going to be shook over the next 40 minutes or so. This is the stuff that works. Once you understand and appreciate and write from a place and create content from a place that has your target audience problems, issues, and their main focus is your main focus, then things become really, really easy to convert. And this is not your fault, because as business owners, we are never taught this stuff. And unless you go out and find some master marketer who has done this for years and understands how to market truly and then teaches you, you never, ever know how to do this. You never know about it. So the first thing I'm going to ask you is, are you speaking their language? Or are you speaking your own language? For example, a few days ago, I was on a call with a really sharp lady who has a very promising business, but she doesn't even know who it is or the language that her target audience speaks. And I'm not picking on her. This is really a common thing throughout business owners. 90% of business owners are operating their businesses from their perspective. Now you might say, well, Nettie, what perspective are they going to operate from? That's a great question. And do you know the answer? They have to operate it from their target audience's perspective, not their own. If you, in your emails, in your copy, in your marketing, and in your Facebook ads, if you're writing your ads speaking the language that you would click on, you would be approached to, you are way ahead of your target audience in some things. You are educated on different things. And even if you've only been a part of internet marketing a little bit, you've learned more than your target audience or whatever it is that you're marketing, so that you must make sure that you are speaking their language. And again, as business owners, we are not taught any of this stuff. You know, you started in business because you were so passionate about the subject, not really knowing how to market anything and not really knowing how to effectively communicate with your target audience. So the first thing that we're going to be looking at here tonight is something that no matter what product or course or campaign we are going into, it all starts here. It all starts with an empathy map. Now, I don't care if you've done this 5 times, 2 times, 10 times. You need to do it over and over and over again. And why is that? Because it freaking works. You can get these empathy maps on Google just by putting in a search for an empathy map, and tons of them will come up. Or you can simply draw one out on a piece of paper by yourself, which is what I did. So, excuse me, I'm just getting a drink here. So basically, in a nutshell, the empathy map is the easiest way for you to get into the head, but more importantly, into the heart of your prospect. So no matter what industry you're in, no matter what market your business falls into, Whether it's network marketing, health and wellness, weight loss, dog trainer, restaurant owner, real estate broker, whatever your business is, you need to identify your target audience and go deeper and actually talk about what it is that he or she does. What is it that they hear? What do their friends say to them? And what does their boss say to them? If you are sitting on the other side of this screen right now thinking, Nettie, what the hell does this have to do with marketing and doing Facebook ads? Believe me, this is everything to do with everything in your marketing. And when you get this stuff, when you really get it and operate from this stuff, things become so easy. Now, if I was just to come right out of the gate and take you over to Facebook and show you Power Editor and start building campaigns and showing images and copying, you may or you may not get results because you're not understanding where this is coming from. You wouldn't understand why I set a campaign up the way I did or why I used the language I did. You're not understanding why the ad is being written in a certain way. So the old saying, give a man a fish and he eats for a day, teach him how to fish and he'll eat for a lifetime. This is exactly the same thing. So I'm going to teach you this. If you know the process of how to get out of your own heart and your own mind and get into the heart and mind of your prospect, no matter what business you join in the next week, in 6 months from now, a year from now, no matter what business you develop or come up with, you are easily and effectively able to get into the heart and mind of your prospect. And then when you are, you can write and operate from there and attract them. So if you're looking at this empathy map, on the left-hand side, you see what does he, wait a minute, here now, on the left-hand side of the empathy map, what does he or she hear? What do their friends say? What does your boss say? What do their influencers say? Who are the influencers in their life? Are they positive? Are they negative people? What are they hearing? And write down as many things as you can possibly can. Write them down in that spot. There's no right or wrong number. The more items you can write in an empathy map, the easier it is. It makes it for you to write killer copies, create killer offers, and have a massive viral success in your marketing because your target audience wants it. Now up top you see what does he or she think and feel. So what really counts to them? What really matters to them? What do they put first in their life? What are their major preoccupations? What other worries do they have? Or what other aspirations do they have? And when you're writing this stuff down, really get into it. I mean, take the time to really get into it rather than just treating it as a fly-by-night thing where you half-ass ask the answers. Schedule an hour and do this to the degree that you would do the most important thing in your own world in your life. Think of this as a building block that will give you the business that is multiple six figures in your life. It has that much power. It really, really does. So now that you've done think and feel, on the right-hand side, what does he or she see? What is their environment? What is their day-to-day life? Who are their friends? What do they see from their friends? What are the market offers have they been seeing every day? What advertisements are they seeing? What are they seeing when they go to work? What are they seeing when they're at work? What are they seeing on their way home from work? Because I am sure, just like you, they're seeing different TV shows on TV. They are seeing different programs, courses, brands, and advertisements online. They are seeing the same kind of viral videos that you're seeing. there are a lot of connections that you can have with your target audience, marketing outside of your business and just in life in general, that when you make these comparisons in your emails, in your copying, and in your ads, it's a good way to bridge the interruption of whatever you are stopping them from doing to click on your ad and come through to the next stuff. So in other words, when you talk their language, when you talk what they're seeing and feeling, they sit up and they pay attention. They stop what they're doing and they pay attention. Is this making sense? Like, let me know in the comment section if you are all understanding this so far. Okay, yeah. Looks like they are. So, all right, we're going to move on. So once you have see, we move down to say and do. What does he or she say and do? What is their attitude in public? Are they negative? Are they positive? Are they inspirational? Are they someone that sees the glass always half empty? What's their appearance like? Are they well kept? Are they a hippie and kind of stink? But what is their appearance? Do they keep that in high value to them? Do they keep their appearance in high value to them? Is that important to them? What is their behavior towards others? Are they someone that is very respectable? Are they someone that is very short and always crabby? Are they someone that always angry with people? Are they someone that has road rage a lot of the time? Or are they someone that's always positive? Are they someone that's caring? Are they someone that's very open to meeting new people? These are all things that you must know when you are creating your campaigns, when you're creating your ad, when you're creating your landing pages, and when you're creating your stories. And if you are not getting the results inside of your business that you want right now, it's because of these things. You are not implementing this kind of psychology inside of your marketing. And the next thing you want to go to is the pains and list these pains. Like, what are their fears? What are their frustrations? What are their obstacles? What is really making them stay awake at night? You want to know these things. You want to know what is stressing them out. And 9 times out of 10, it is deeper than money. Like 9 times out of 10, money is maybe 3rd or 4th on the list. Maybe it's something to do with health. Maybe it's something to do with family. Maybe it's something as little as them having to do something that they don't want to do on the weekend, and they are procrastinating about it, and they're turning a blind eye to it. It doesn't always have to be the major thing of money. So the next thing is the gains. What do they want from life? What do they need? What do they yearn? How do they measure success? And what is their obstacles that stand in their way? See, when you know what it is that drives your target audience, and you know what it is that holds them back, what then do you think you write in all your ads and your follow-up emails? What is it that you think that you write, if you know them? I want to take a consensus right here. So if you would comment in the chat roll, I want to know, have you ever done an empathy map before? Just go ahead. Screen share. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, oh, there I am. I just want to take a look at it and see, you know, who has ever done an empathy map before. I'm seeing a lot of no's. Oh, Nancy, yes. Doris. A lot of no's. which is fantastic. Just let me turn my phone off here. You see, that is fantastic because, oh, Sue's done one. Ellie's done a half and a half. Not sure what that means. Deb had one but didn't complete it. Well, I'm going to order you to complete it because, you see, if you're not doing here, let me go back to my screen share again so that I can. All right, there we go. Okay, I think it's awesome that I see a lot of people that have never done this before, because if this is brand new to you, this is pretty revolutionary to you, isn't it? Because you've never thought about this as deeply as you needed to think about it, and that's okay. It's not your fault. It's not like when you start your business, there's a manual that says, oh, here, this is the first thing you need to do, and this is the second thing you do. That's why you need to be, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you need to be actively seeking new high-level training. You need to do that weekly, you need to do it monthly, so you can reassess your business and implement new things, because it's a never-ending evolving process inside of your business. So your empathy map does not have to look pretty. Trust me, it doesn't. But it does have to have all your customers' issues. And right now, I am going to show you, if I can get my, there we go. This is one that I got off of Google, just to show you. This is an example of someone that put theirs on Google, and you know, they filled it in a little bit. So it's very simple, but this person is establishing the true feelings of what their target market has. Now let me show you mine. And again, I'm going to reiterate the prettiness. It's not pretty. Let me just get down here and show you. There it is. Yep. It's a mess, but I understood it. Like, I wish when I started to write, I couldn't stop. I wish I had had a much bigger piece of paper to put all my thoughts down on. So if you've got a whiteboard, I encourage you to use that, because you will find that once you start to get into the head and the heart of your target audience, that it just rolls out of you, because, and here's the kicker, 9.9 times out of 10, you are basically going after the target market that is just like you. And that's why an empathy map becomes so easy to do. In essence, you are writing your own thoughts of life down. So that's what a messy empathy map looks like. But to me, it's a golden ticket. Like, I've got everything down there that I need. Now, once you've done your empathy map and you've dug into it and you've written all those things out, now it's time to, well, I like to call this exercise walk a day in their shoes. And back a few weeks ago on our Tilt Hangout, and it was called Do You Realize All Those Stories in Your Head Can Make You Money? I began the Hangout by reading a story I had written about a couple that I called John and Jane Doe. And I took you through a day of walking in their shoes. So if you want to go back and listen to what I said in that introduction of that Hangout, feel free. I think it's about maybe 10 minutes long, but it will give you an idea where I'm heading with when I'm teaching you this exercise that I want you to do. At the end of my story, I did tell all of you it was actually my story. I changed the name Nettie to Jane, but it was my story. And it's very humbling when you do this, because you're going after your customer avatar. So what you're basically going to do, you're going to write out, and I find the best way to do this is in a story form, your customer avatar. your ideal customer. Because think about it. If you are out there marketing your business right now, whatever business that you have, and you don't clearly know who it is that you're actually marketing to, like who's your ideal customer? Who's your ideal client? If you don't know who it is, how do you create the message to attract them? If you do not know who your ideal customer is, how are you supposed to create the content that would attract that person if you yourself don't even know who that person is? Whoa, hey? Answer that question. You can't. Of course you can't. So now that you know, okay, empathy map, that's a new exercise that I must do, and I've done, great. And now I want you to put it into a story form. So actually go in, and once you have your one sheet, that's the one that's on the left, the customer avatar, the slide. Your customer, basically, you want to write down your customer's information. So name, age, gender, marital status, children, location, occupation, combined household income, current business income. Write all of those things out, and once you have those, go and write a story. It doesn't have to be a book. It doesn't have to be half a book or even a chapter. Just a page or a couple of pages. Write a story about their day. What do they do? What do they see? What goes through their head? What are their actual actions and things that they have to get accomplished during the day? Do they make breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Do they make breakfast, lunch, and dinner for their kids? Do they then work at night on their computer? What is it that they're doing? And when you have your ideal customer in your head, things become amazing. Because now you know that your ideal customer is someone that already has a business or wants to start a business. I'll just use Sam and mine for example. We want to attract people that want to pursue their passion, their vision, their dream, whether it is to travel, want to be a stay-home entrepreneur, make money from the internet, and they want to double and triple their income, at least. And we can do this by teaching them how to uncover and tell their story to millions. Because by selling your story and not your product, you will sell 10 times more product. That is our ideal customer, because we can show them everything they need to know. We can show them how to uncover their story, how to tell their story, teach them how to market it, and take the steps that we teach them. And then they can dramatically increase their ROI and leverage systems and people to create more free time. So you must write down all of these different things about your target audience. Now, if you're someone that says, I don't even know who my target audience is, well, just have a think. What is it that the business you have? Like, what is the product you have? Is it dog treats? Is it how to train your pet parakeet how to speak? Is it a weight loss shake? Is it a blogging platform? Is it a skinny wrap? Is it a vitamin? Is it a restaurant? Is it a real estate business? Whatever your product is, whatever your business is, say to yourself, who am I serving? So, for example, if you are promoting, or let's say you have a restaurant, and if me, I would ask myself, who is my ideal customer? So, is my ideal customer the college student who's broke, who wants to spend $5 on a hot and ready Little Caesars pizza? No, not really, because I don't want them to come in and not be able to afford the food that I'm preparing. I don't want them to bring all their college friends to get all rowdy and do body shots and just be crazy in my establishment. No, I don't. Now, do I want to attract singles? Like maybe late 20s, early 30s singles who have a little bit of money that comes out, that can come out and maybe once or twice a week? Well, maybe. They have some expendable income for cocktails. Or do I want to attract the older generation that comes out around 5 and 6 who will come and spend money, but maybe not as much, but they will be in and out before 7 o'clock and we can reseat again? So when I'm telling you this make-believe, made-up story of a restaurant owner, think about that in your business. What product do I have and who is it for? Well, a weight loss shake wouldn't be for someone who's completely fit and ripped and is a fitness freak, because they don't want to be skinny. They don't want to lose weight. They're probably in a place where they want to put on some pounds for muscle, or they're at a place where they just want to maintain. So if you're offering your weight loss shake to that audience in the way that you're speaking in your marketing, of course you're not going to get sales. You are talking to the wrong people. Or if you've got the best steak in the world, I mean, it's been proven by Guinness that, you've got the best steak in the world, but you're offering it to vegetarians, how many steaks are you going to sell? No matter how good your copy is, no matter how good your steak is, no matter how good your meat is, you're not going to sell it because you're not talking to the right person. So right now, if you say, I don't know who my target audience is, well, first off, I don't buy it, because all you have to do is sit down and say, okay, my product is XYZ. Who is my product for? Okay, my product is for someone that has a disobedient dog that needs their dog to be trained. Okay, that's my target audience. And then you could say, that is my target audience, but what are the problems that they are having? Are y'all understanding this? Because when you identify what their problems are, you then go and you talk about them. And you will notice that everything we do in life, marketing, business owning, in our mind, we are always reverting to the negative first. It's just how we're freaking programmed, that you revert to the negative first, which equals talking about their problems. So just to quickly recap so far, while you're remembering that you need to do a customer avatar and an empathy map, I would love it when we come back to our Tilt Hangout next week and I ask who did their empathy map and who wrote their customer avatar story. You all say, yes, Nettie, I did that, yes, and I'll give you all a gold star. Because here's the bottom line. You are just wasting time and your business if you do not do this stuff. And that is why I put, before you build a marketing campaign, before you build a Facebook campaign, before you write an email, before you create a landing page, before you do anything, you must know exactly who it is that you're talking to, what drives them, what their pains are, what motivates them, and what's their hot buttons. Because if you don't know this, you are operating at an immature, uneducated, blind marketer of a business owner, and that is not a good place to be. But again, let me reiterate, it's not your fault, because we do not naturally know this stuff. They don't teach it in school. They never say, well, the next class is marketing, and it's going to be on how you can build a 7-figure business from marketing. You need to do what you've already done and invest in yourself, invest in courses, and attend the Tilt Hangouts that teach you. So I hope you understand why we have just spent the past while talking about the empathy map, because honestly, it is critical in your business. If you're not starting from your why and you're not understanding what it is that your target audience thinks about at night, what it is that your ideal customer goes to bed laying awake about, what they think first thing in the morning, what they're saying to their spouse or their partner. If you don't know this stuff, if you are not living and breathing your target audience, you are wasting your freaking time. Because if you are operating your business on what you think your customer audience wants and not knowing what they want, unless you just lucked out and nailed it right on the head the first time, you are messing about and wasting time. And probably that's the reason why you're not getting the results you want. You need to know what your customer wants, your customer audience wants. So I hope you've learned from this training, and I hope that I see you. I hope that when we get back next week and I see you, that everybody has got their avatar, their customer avatar done, and they've also got their empathy map done. And I am right now trying to get back to me. There I am. Yay! So, gang, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'm not sure if anybody's got any questions. I can try and answer some things for you. Did anybody see any questions down there? Shirley May?
We don't have any questions yet. I think everyone is just so engrossed in your training and taking notes. But we can give everyone a few minutes if you want to send in your question.
Yeah, no, that's great. I'll just wait a few minutes. I see Erica copied my ugly old empathy map and put it in there. I mean, seriously, like once you sit down and you start to write, because it's like everything else we do when it's the unknown is scary to us. And if we've never done this, to sit down and start to write, you think, I don't know what I'm going to start. And once you start putting something down, it's just like a river running down. It just comes. It just keeps coming and coming and coming. And truthfully, I needed a bigger spot to put it on. But okay, I'm really not seeing any questions. So if you guys do think of a question, we've still got a few minutes before we go off, and I'd be more than glad to, or you can send me a private message or something along that line. But right now, Erica or Shirley, do you have anything that you would like to add about this, about having your customer audience and how easy it is to get them?
Yeah, I'll jump in real quick, and then Erica can go. I just want to add that, Nettie, first of all, you did a fantastic job. And the truth is, guys, if you don't follow this empathy map, you are going to feel incongruent in your business. And the reason for that is when you put out content and you haven't gotten clear about who it is you're serving and what their problems are, you're going to get that knot in your stomach, like, I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm not, doing this for my customers. You're going to feel like you're doing this business just to make money. But the truth of the matter is, when you tap into the empathy map, you're going to start falling in love with serving who you were put on this earth to serve. And I just wanted to add, I don't have anything else to say about target markets. I've actually covered doing an empathy map myself on a previous training, and I went into a lot of stuff that, like, ideas, I guess, that I have about target markets. If you guys want to watch the replay, it's called What No One Is Telling You About Congruency in Your Business, and I also go through about 7 real-life case studies of congruency. And I just want to leave you with this. You know, figuring out your target market doesn't have to be this huge, scary thing. It can simply be you walking around during your day with awareness. When you go to the grocery store, you know, notice the marketing that these companies, these huge companies like Walmart and McDonald's, notice how they are marketing. They've spent millions and millions of dollars on their ad campaigns for a reason, right? I watch YouTube videos, I watch the ads, and I think to myself, why did this company think that I would resonate with this ad, right? And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I go on YouTube, I seem to hear digital marketers say, oh, what do they say again? Something about, oh, it's so hard to build your business. And I'm like, I shut it off because I hear it over and over. But digital marketer is a great example of targeting me because I'm building an online business and they know it's hard, right? So again, you know, when you're out at the mall, even when you're in your home, when you're scrolling through the Facebook news feed, look at the ads that are coming up and think to yourself, do I like this ad? Do I not like this ad? I wonder why they targeted me, right? This will just get your creative juices flowing so that when you're going ahead with your ads and you're writing your story and you're tapping into your customer's pain, you'll have stuff to draw from. So that's all for me. I'm going to hand it back to Nettie or to Erica. And thanks for having me on the panel.
Okay, thanks, Shirley. That was gold. Yeah, like when you said about your target market, I put in the swipe how we target market even when we're little children. And the example that I used was if you want a treat or something as a child and you know that your dad is going to say no, then who do you go to? You go to the one that's not going to say no. You go to your mom. So in other words, if you've got a product and it's about dogs, it's something to do with dogs, you are not going to go to someone that trains cats and ask them if they want this specific product for a dog. So that's what you have to, basically you're getting rid of the people that are not interested in you at all when you're getting to the bottom of your target audience. So I did look at here and some questions, and I see that Linda asked, do all the empathy maps have the same section categories, Nettie? Yes, they do. They and I think they cover every sense that we could have. So it breaks it down so congruently, like Shirley said, like everything, what you see, what you think, what you do, what you hear, what pains do you have, what gains do you want to get out of life. This is all the things that go on in our minds all the time, all the time. And then suddenly we have this aha moment that we want to, you know, we've found our we know what we want to do. We want our own business and we want to help other people. So now we have to find our target market that wanted the same thing that we wanted.
Nettie,
Mary,
I have a question there from Mario.
Yeah. So once done, do you blog it or do a video of your empathy map? No. The point of the empathy map is for you to get out of your own head and your heart and get into the head and the heart of your ideal customer, your ideal client. You have to think like they think, so that when you write ads and you do a campaign, the language that you use in your ad or in your story or in any kind of a marketing, you are talking specifically to them. Now, you said, do you put it in a blog? You don't put your empathy map in a blog, but you could write a story about the problems, say, that you had yourself, that, you know, maybe you were sick of your job. You're 50 years old and you're sick of your job and you wanted to quit and you knew you had to get out of there because it was a toxic environment. And every day you go to work, you would hear people complaining and not enjoying it there, and you had an unappreciative boss, things like that. If you can target your market to another person that is in that age bracket of, say, 40 to 55, and they're going through the same thing, then you can target the language to be just exactly what you went through. Because if you ever think for one moment that you're the only person out there that went through that, you're wrong. There's millions of other people that are going through the same thing. So it's all about writing down what the problems are for the person that you want to target to. I hope I've explained that the way you wanted it to, Mario. If not, reach out to me. I'd be glad to explain it a little bit more to you. While we're waiting to see if there's any more questions, Erica, do you have something that you would like to say? Or poor Erica went to the dentist today, and she said, you know what? We live close to Russia, so just let the Russian army go right through my mouth with their big old boots on, and and so she's feeling like shit. Excuse me.
I am feeling like crap. No, my gums hurt so bad. No, I don't have anything to add, Nettie. That was just absolutely awesome. You know, for me, when it comes to, you know, my target audience, I've literally just, you know, like creating, you know, emails or something like that. I've literally just spoken to myself in anything I've ever done, but I've never actually seen it written down like how you did with your empathy map. That's why I wanted to copy and paste it so I could refer back to it tomorrow when I feel a little better, because it's just so powerful. It's just so powerful. And I love what Ellie said in the comments too. And she said, yeah, I was always talking to myself, but then I realized that there were 5 of me in there. And I'm like, that's so true, because sometimes, you know, there are so many different facets of our personality that, you know, that's a great question. I mean, if we do have 5 facets of our personality, do we target each of them, or do we just hone in on one specific avatar? What would you say to that? I thought that was a really good comment.
Yeah, that is a good comment. That is really good. And I think to start out with people, I would strongly suggest that not to bounce around to different levels of what's the word, that personalities or whatever that you come up with in an empathy map. There will probably always be one that stands above all the rest, and that is definitely the one that I would go after. But to limit yourself, absolutely not, because once you feel comfortable and once you get used to doing this exercise and figuring out who it is that you're trying to target, then by all means, you can take yourself into a different level, and you could say, like for me, for example, because I'm old as dirt, it's very hard for me to target somebody that's 22. But once I get comfortable targeting the ages of baby boomers from 40 to 60, it's nothing for me then to sit down and take myself back to what I felt like when I was 22. And the goals and the dreams and the aspirations that I had and what I thought about and everything else. So I personally think that you can begin to market to different levels of generations, maybe, so to speak, or different genders or different occupational people. Like, I don't think I could target fishermen, for example. I hate fishing and I hate eating fish, so I'm not a good one to target to them. But I could target to women that play sports. I could really go after that, you know, because I used to do it myself. Or I could target somebody that really is in love with animals. I could do things like that. So even though you come up with 4 or 5 different people in your empathy map, there's always one that stands out, and then once you get comfortable, branch out, go for it, because you'll be able to utilize it to gain more income even. So let me see here. I see, oh, Linda, ha, now I get it. Thank you. You mean I just gave you a 40-minute slideshow, you didn't get it, and you just got it now? What was it that I said? That the Russian troops marched through Erica's mouth? Or Oh, I'm just teasing. I know. I mean, the first time I heard this, it was like, holy crow. For months, I was marketing to everybody. Everybody. I'm just looking in the background and I'm seeing my granddaughter's art, so I'll just move it this way a little bit there. But I was, and I hear that saying like, oh, if you're marketing to everybody, you're marketing to no one, and you think, well, okay, I'll go and do a Facebook ad and I'll do females between 40 and 60. Do you realize what you're putting in there? I mean, you are really seriously marketing to everybody, and there's so much wasted time and so much wasted money because so many people are not even going to look at your ad. So you want to hit the bullseye. When you throw that dart, you want it to hit the bullseye. So, and Zen's here. I don't know if she's got anything to add or not. We've got just a few minutes left.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I agree, because I think, yeah, many of us were probably placing ads, I don't know, 30 to 45 or 50 or whatever, and thinking those were tight enough parameters, and really they're not.
Mm-hmm.
And when you just said, women who play sports, it's, now you're speaking to people of a very specific audience,
Mm-hmm.
and that's different. And yeah, you can have 5 different facets to your personality, and I thought of that, a while ago, because yeah, there's women, that I could talk to about expatriate living, but those are not your every woman between 35 and 55. There's a specific set of lifestyle and interests and issues and well, problems per se that you have when you live out of country, and women who have not moved probably haven't experienced those things. So that would be a niche market that could be perfect for certain types of ads and certain types of things that I might write on that empathy map.
Right.
Yep. And then other who, women who play sports, that's an entirely different ballpark, if you will, than people who have had expatriate living. So yeah, you could probably have 3 or 4 different avatars, but as you said, yeah, stick with one to start with when you have that one wired down, then move on to others. And good advice, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Thanks, Zen.
Yeah, sure. Betty, are you muted?
Oh, I am. I'm sorry. I was muted. And what I was saying, that we're getting to the end of the hour, and I'm seeing some really great suggestions from a few people as to what you should do for your gums, Erica. Suck on vodka ice cubes and things like that. So, but I'm not seeing any more questions, and I don't want to hold you up any longer. So here's your homework, gang. You have a week, and I don't want you to take a week because you'll forget to do this. Do this tomorrow, or do it when we get off. Start your empathy map, because it will change your business. It will revolutionize it. I swear to God, you will be amazed at how you can figure out who your target market is, no matter what business you're in. Do the empathy map. Take some time and really, really answer the questions and write down their problems and things like that. And then the other thing is to write the story. And once again, I did this a few weeks ago for you on one of the Hangouts, and honest to God, that story took me, as long as it did to read it, it took me to write it, because it just kept coming out. It just kept coming out, because once you figure out who you're talking to, which, like 9 times out of 10, it is probably you, because you're your best customer, you're your ideal customer, You can write a story about all the problems and all the issues that they go through in 24 hours, what they dislike about their home, what they dislike about their life, what they do like about their life, what they want out of life, what they don't like about their job, what they wish that they could give to their children. You can write it all. Do it, because it is the most healthy of two exercises that you'll ever do to help your business. I promise you that. I promise you that. And when you start running ads based upon all of those feelings, your ads will show it. They'll beam to those people that need them. And you will be setting up your ad directed to those people, not to somebody else that has no interest in what you're talking about. Okay? So it's going to save you money to do that too, and it's going to gain you money. So on that note, I'm going to call it a night. I just want to thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you think that you would like to join up and get on our team and get some more private trainings and everything, for heaven's sakes, click that link below. It says Get Started right now. And we would love to have you on, or get back to the person that invited you to this webinar. Not just us on the panel. If somebody else invited you, get back to them and get going. Get going yesterday, not a few days from now, because this is one of the best things you'll ever do in your life, is to take care of yourself. And so again, click that button below. We can hardly wait to have you join our tribe. And you know what your homework is for the next week. So we will see you back here next Monday, same time, same place, and a healthy Erica mouth, and we will talk about something different. So take care, love you all, and thanks for coming tonight. It was great. Bye.